Good morning. This is Mark Morris from Roser Church. Hope you're having a great day. I want to talk about Romans 8:28, where Paul says, "All things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to His purpose." He doesn't say all things are good, all things will be good. He said all things work together for good. And in today's time, with today's challenges, i.e. we've been locked down for a month and who knows when this is going to end over the coronavirus issues, we are challenged to find something good, to make something good out of this bad situation. So I've been thinking about that over the last couple of weeks, and one thing I want to share with you is I'm focusing on things that I've taken for granted in my life, and pray that I can no longer do that, will no longer do that once the coronavirus arrangement is over. So I'm going to go through a few of these things, and I encourage you to make your own list, so to speak, of things you may be taking for granted, with the goal being that we will no longer do this from this day forward. Okay, so in no particular order, my extended family. The situation is bad now. I cannot visit my daughters, their husbands, my grandkids, my brothers, my cousins. None. No one. Can't do any of that, and that hurts. I pray to God that I may never, ever again take them for granted. Here's another one. My friends. Can't visit with my friends. I pray to God I'll never take my friends for granted again. Here's another one that's kind of personal to me. I love going out to eat. Love to go out to restaurants, have a great dinner with Jill. Can't do that now. May I never take for granted that small blessing in my life. How about this one? I love to travel. Every year Jill and I go out west to the Rocky Mountains with our friends and experience a ski trip, which is an absolute blast, and I love it. Can't do that this year, so not only do we miss being together with our friends, but we miss the majestic beauty of the Rocky Mountains. That brings another one to mind, the creation of the world, the beauty of God's creation. Paul talks in Romans 1 about all you have to do is open your eyes and look. You'll see the majestic beauty of God's creation. And anybody who doesn't see that, woe be unto them. The last two are kind of personal for me, and I don't know if they would be the same for you. I trust they will. Neil Crowell. I think Neil is as good an associate pastor as I've ever had in my Christian life. May I never take Neil for granted. I've been a practicing Christian for 50 years. And I have never had a senior pastor, a preacher, and a teacher even come close to being as good as Bob O'Keefe is. I pray to God that Bob will forgive me and Neil will forgive me for ever taking them for granted. And I will miss Bob O'Keefe more than I can communicate to you on this video once he's gone. So, that's just a few things that I've taken for granted in my life. I think the challenge here is, in the midst of these bad situations, find something that's good so that going forward your life can be more fulfilling, and we can bring into play Romans 8:28 and say that verse is true in my life. Let me leave you with this thought. We've been talking about things we take for granted. And I would submit to you, we have a multitude of God's blessings. The things we take for granted are God's blessings. Our family, our friends, our ability to travel, speaking for me and hopefully you as well. The majestic beauty of God's creation. The small things like going out to eat and enjoying yourselves. All of these things are God's blessings. Neil Crowell and Bob O'Keefe, Roser Church, tremendous blessings from God. I pray in my heart of hearts that neither I nor any of you will ever take these blessings for granted again. Thank you and have a great day.